Alright, what's up, yins, guys? I'm going to talk about another weird news, and it's actually more pathetic people that are working in places. I'm going to talk about me and the girlfriend were watching TV news, and this guy that worked at Kennywood Park uh, got caught with child porn. He got, of course, dismissed from his job, but it made the news. I believe, pretty sure that he got arrested too, and I guess they found out about it. No, but it's kind of shameful because we were watching the TV news in the past week already, and we heard more stories about respectable people in respectable positions, respectable jobs, getting busted for child porn, for watching and downloading child porn. And it's kind of sad, but it's kind of sad that people got nothing else to do with themselves and their life to take it. And there's so much shit on cable TV that you could be watching, so much movies and stuff that you could choose from, and people gotta look for that shit and watch it. I mean, come on. Cable television has, and satellite dish television, dish network or whatever you call it now, has so damn many channels, and I guess people still have nothing to watch, and they're just but anyway, this guy worked at Kennywood Park. I was I was at Kennywood Park once when I was a kid, only once. But yeah, it's lots of kids, are being taken there, and it's a very bad reflection on a place when uh, one of the employees gets caught doing something despicable like that. But anyway, I think what I think they should do with this guy. They should get the Kennywood mascot to actually get the Kennywood mascot and bring him involved and turn the guy over his knee, and then you see this Kennywood mascot giving the guy an ass beating with a rubber hose or something, spank his damn butt publicly with everybody watching, and make it a televised worldwide television event. Make an example out of him. That's what I say. Also, I actually think the guy needs a good dick whipping, if you ask me too. Yeah, tie him to a chair, tie his hands down and tie his feet down to the chair, and duct tape or glue a harmonica in his mouth. So then you take a rubber hose, a belt, or a extension cord and just whip the guy in his groin, and then since you have a harmonica taped or glued to his mouth, he'll make music while he's screaming. And somebody else could be holding his hand on the harmonica, and when the guy's getting his groin whipped, he'd go with the harmonica, and that would. I think anybody else watching, if they don't think that's funny, or if they do not think that's remotely funny what I said, or think there's anything wrong in this, and they don't think that's fair justice, I think they ought to get on some medication, or actually get themselves a psyche exam really and get their head examined, because I think in my book, normal people actually think this is actually funny what I'm saying. I know I do, but yeah, I mean, I could actually picture at least the Kennywood mascot out. What was the mascot, like a kangaroo or some kind of thing like that? I mean, when I was at Kennywood once, when I was a teenager, I think it was for a school trip or something, but I actually did walk by the Kennywood mascot like that you see on TV, and hugging kids or whatever the heck, I think mascots and even sports mascots are awesome, I mean. But anyway, yeah, I made videos in the past too, where I talked about out there in the world, people that work in respectable jobs and places, even some people in churches. I had this opinion too that there's a lot of cases where that I don't think it's right. There's people whether it's in somebody else's house, in a church, that they're actually, whether they think somebody's little girl or even boy is cute or whatever, and they want to be touching, poking, and tickling somebody else's kid. I have said this in a video, a specific video that I talked about this subject. I said, if I had a kid and I don't care if it was even in the church, I would grab the damn guy by the scruff, because that would be my job as a father. I'd grab this guy by the scruff and be like, hey, who the hell do you think you are? What are you doing? And then I'd take him, throw him kick his butt, and throw him face down right on the altar of the church, and spank his damn ass with something whatever I could find. And yeah, and I'd say if I was the preacher, I would do that too. And that's like, I would strike down with great vengeance on thee, and let the whole congregation say amen, because yeah, I think that's a problem in the world too. I mean, there's some small, minute horseplay or something that's, if it's somebody's kids or relatives, and there's a little bit of that in cases, that there's always that one relative that takes it too far, because in his own mind, I think he's some kind of pervert, whatever he's watching on television too, in the middle of the night where kids are sleeping, on cable television and all that. But yeah, I actually think that got out of hand. There's a little bit of, because I seen it myself, and I always was talking to myself, and I found myself in church just saying, you see that, dear Lord? I mean, what the hell, But then it's none of my business. But I'm thinking, if that was me, and I'm like looking at, what are the parents thinking, and where are the parents? Like, when I've seen shit like that, yeah, I've actually seen it before, and I always wondered, like, what are the parents thinking? Where are the parents? I mean, like I said, if I was normal, if I was a father, and I actually had a kid, I wouldn't put up with that. I wouldn't. But sometimes people were in churches because they know so and so, and they're doing it and easing into it, and getting, I guess the parents or certain family members used to it, or whatever the hell, and slyly getting away, doing that shit, and get away with it. But yeah, I made a video about that. I think if anybody watched this video that I'm talking on here, if you guys got this far in this video, and if you were a parent, I actually think it's would be your duty too, to actually do something like that and beat their damn ass. I mean, it's like, I think it's getting too far, and some of that's getting too out of hand. The world's getting too crazy. There's too damn many people, respectable people, getting caught with child porn, and then little by little, even around you, whether it's in a church, in certain places where people are easing into the shit, like under harmless horseplay, touching other people's kid, want to touch, tickle, poke somebody else's kid. And they really should get their butts kicked, really big time. I think the world, some parents in some places are laxing on their duties, and letting people get away with shit a little bit at a time. And somewhere along the line, it's got to stop. But anyway, you know what I mean.